Hi everyone. As we approach the end of summer, I wanted to make sure that you all, my clients and my friends, are up to speed on what's going on in today's Orange County real estate market. Unless you've been under a rock, you know that between 2019 and the very end of 2021, we saw incredible increases in price. Appreciation went through the roof. But then there was more. There was January 1 of this year through the end of April of this year, where almost everybody experienced an extra $100,000 in equity, an extra $100,000 in appreciation, and that is untenable. We kind of call it the froth of those 4 months. So as we all know, the Federal Reserve raised their interest rates, and because of that, interest rates for buyers went from 3% at the beginning of the year to 6% by the end of April, and that made our real estate market here in Orange County just flatten overnight, because it just costs more money for buyers on a monthly basis to be able to afford the same home they could have bought in November or December of last year. However, we are still experiencing an unrelentless slowdown and lack of inventory for housing, and because of that, we're in a very normalized market. Even though we have lower buyer demand, we also have low supply of inventory. We're still leaning a little bit toward it being a seller's market. So what does that mean for sellers? It means probably 30 to 60 days on the market before we find a good qualified buyer. That's normal. That's a lot more normal than 3 or 4 days on the market, which is what we were experiencing at the beginning of the year. For buyers, it means you've got a little bit more breathing room to be able to go maybe take a look at a house a second time, maybe bring mom and dad to come see the house, maybe decide to measure for your furniture before you make the offer. There was not that kind of time opportunity at the beginning of the year, but there's just a more normalized market now. So there is breathing room on both sides. So what that means for sellers is we go back to the basics. Yeah, when we have somebody look at your house, you make your beds, you do the dishes, you take the dog for a walk, and maybe we light that vanilla candle. Maybe it's my responsibility, I know it's my responsibility, to provide drone photography, videography, virtual staging, social media presence. We need to step up the digital presence to get your home sold in that 30 to 60 day period. Also very important on my end to make sure that I keep you up to date when your house is on the market weekly without fail, to make sure that we know what our competition is doing, what competitive properties have come on the market, what competitive properties have sold, so we know exactly what buyers have said about our particular home. We are a partnership, the seller, as you as the seller and me as your agent, we're a partnership to get the job done. What I have found is that for most clients, probably 6 months to a year before the sign goes in the yard, people kind of know they're about ready for a move. And so what I really want to offer you is, if you think that in the next 12, maybe even 18 months, you're considering the possibility of moving somewhere else, let's get together for a half an hour. Let's put together a game plan to help you get your objectives met and incrementally get those steps underway so that you're ready to hit the ground running when you truly are ready to hit the ground running. Please know, in the longevity of years that I've had in real estate, I've seen these markets more than once. I've navigated these markets more than once, and I can help you navigate the landmines ahead. So call me and we'll work out a plan.